field advantage, and always presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank that cares as much about your money as you do. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. Also presented by the Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings located in Billings and Marionville, Missouri. The Bank of Billings is the oldest bank in Christian County, established in 1889. We go northeast of the studio here to Perryville High School. We welcome in the Perryville Lady Pirates basketball program and head coach Jason Dreyer. Coach Dreyer, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you for having us and recognizing our girls.
Hey, Coach, 15-6 on the season. Kind of give us an idea of how the season's gone. You kind of struggled early, losing 3 of your first 4, but then you kind of got it on a roll. Tell us about the season.
Yeah, we last year we graduated 5 seniors, and we really only played 7 girls on varsity last year. And obviously, with 5 of them graduating, we're going to have a brand new team on varsity this year. So early on in practice, we kind of started focusing on a certain defense that I thought would really benefit us in the long run as a program. After the first couple of games, kind of figured out, like you said, we struggled. We started off 0-2. We had about a week and a half, 2-week break in between our second and our third game. So we changed a few things around on our defensive end. And then after that, we have been playing really good. We're 15-4 since then. And I think we've only have 1 senior here, Brooklyn Mall, 3 juniors, and only 1 junior had any varsity experience. And then we play some sophomores, and then I start 2 freshmen on the varsity team. So it just took a little time for everybody to get used to the varsity level, kind of the speed of the game and everything else. But once we've settled in, we've been doing pretty well.
Here, Class 4 District 2 member. First off, tell us a little bit about your conference that you're in and kind of handicap it a little bit, and where do you guys sit right now in the conference?
Yeah, we play in the Jefferson County Athletics Association conference on the large school size side of it. We are right now, we are 5-1. Hillsboro is in first place. They're 6-0, or they might be 7-0 by now. But we do get them next week at home. Again, we play everybody a home and home. So we get them at home next week, and if we can win that, we'll still have 1 more conference game. But we're hoping we can play a good game against them and try to even up our records. They beat us at their place earlier in December, so we're hoping to kind of return the favor here and even up so we can hopefully maybe share the conference championship.
Give me an idea, of your schedule. I noticed you're in a Christmas tournament. Is that the only tournament that you participate in outside of districts?
That is. Yeah, we kind of changed our schedule around this year. Just with having so many new players this year, we got out of an early season tournament that we had been in previous years. So we were just in that Christmas tournament at West County in Kingston. We were the 5 seed going into the tournament, and we ended up winning our first round game. And then we beat Hillsboro, was the 1 seed in that tournament. We beat them to make it to the championship. And we end up losing in the championship game to the 2 seed Cuba Wildcats.
Very good. Again, we're visiting here on the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week segment presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol with the Perryville Lady Pirates and head coach Jason Dreyer. Coach, you've got a couple young ladies there alongside. We'll start with the senior, and we'll make her go first. Tell us a little bit about Brooklyn and what she does for the team.
Like I said earlier, she was really the only one that had a ton of varsity experience returning. She played a little bit of varsity basketball her freshman year and then has been starting ever since she was a sophomore. So she's had a lot of varsity experience. She had a pretty good group in front of her that graduated last year that she has played with over the last couple of years. So her role has completely changed going into this year. She kind of went from being a role player, even though she was a really key role player for us last year, to I kind of challenged her this offseason about being a leader because we're going to have so many inexperienced girls on our basketball team. And she really took to that this summer and in the offseason and early on and during practice, and has been a great role model, a great leader. with the younger girls. So she has been really good as far as a leader aspect of it. Offensively, she leads us. I think she's averaging around 17 points a game. She's our leading scorer. And then on defense as well, she's got some really long arms, really long legs. So we're trying to use her length to kind of key our defense. So she's been really good. I think she's our leading steal getter as well, and she's been our leading rebounder as well.
Brooklyn, how are you today?
I'm good.
Tell us a little bit. Coach talked about your role. What is your perception of what your roles and responsibilities are? What does Brooklyn think?
I don't know. It's kind of exciting, like I don't know, to be the only one in something like this, and to I don't know, kind of be put in charge. It's kind of tough, but it's kind of fun as well. I don't know.
Coach talked about how your role drastically changed from a year ago. What's maybe been the biggest challenge to that role change that you've had to deal with? Is it the leadership? Is it the communication? What's been your biggest challenge?
Probably having to be more serious in certain aspects, like during practice. Like I might have to like get onto the girls, and I'm always afraid like they're not gonna like me or they're gonna get mad at me or something. And I tell them that it's only to make us better and to help us.
I had an old football coach of mine tell me the definition of a good leader is anyone doing anything worthy of being followed. And, that's kind of, you try and live your day like that. Tell us a little bit about the season from your standpoint. Were there games coming into this year, just by virtue of what I do, I go through and kind of make mental check marks as I look at, schedules around the state. Do you do that as a player coming into a season, and you look at your own schedule and kind of make a mental check mark by a game? Hey, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to this game. Maybe this tournament. Maybe I shoot really well in this gym. Maybe I know someone on the other team. Maybe it's a rivalry. Were there games coming into this year that you were looking forward to playing?
Yeah, I think Mayor's Cup against St. Vincent's is definitely one of those. It kind of gets everyone, excited. And then definitely some of the conference games, um, especially coming back from a loss against Windsor and Hillsborough last year. Definitely wanted to, uh, redeem ourselves from that. Um, I don't know. Every game is kind of like we just want to win it.
Again, visiting with senior Brooklyn Mall from Perryville Lady Pirates basketball, and Brooklyn getting a time machine and go back to that eighth grader, Brooklyn Mall, based on what you know now, and give her some advice. What advice would you give yourself as an eighth grader if you could go back and do so?
I don't even know. Probably to let her know that it goes by quick, so enjoy every minute of it. And that goes for, every other eighth grader out there, freshmen, sophomore.
When you've got a freshman sitting beside you, hopefully she was listening.
Yeah.
It does go by very, very quickly. Are there games looking back over your career that you'd like to go and play again? Maybe it's a game where you got beat and you should have won, or maybe you had a great game and you just really had a lot of fun. Maybe it was a record-setting game. Are there games back over your career that you'd like to go back and play again?
Definitely. I always go back after every game. I always go back and rewatch it and see what happened. And I'll do that, in the off season too. I'll just go back and rewatch games. And I always think like, wow, I really could have done better, done more. And then I try and think about that and put that towards the next game.
Now, being a senior, you got one semester left here at high school. What plans, if any, do you have for next year?
Right now, I am committed to Jefferson College for soccer. So I'm going to be playing there in the next fall season.
Outstanding. Now, do you feel like your soccer skills and that has helped you in basketball?
I think so. Definitely good with my hands. I play goalie, so yeah, I feel like it definitely helps.
Well, outstanding. Well, Brooklyn, on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being part of our Athletes of the Week segment.
Thank you.
And why don't you introduce the next young lady, because she's a freshman. So tell us a little bit about Abby Amberger.
This is Abby. She is a freshman. She's really, really, really stepped up this year. I was definitely worried, coming in. I even told coach, like, I'm not so sure, like, about this. Having two freshmen and then a whole bunch of girls with not as much varsity experience, I was definitely worried that we weren't going to win very many games. But Abby, she's our second leading scorer. She's really stepped up and proven, that she can play with these girls.
Abby, how are you today?
Good.
Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities on the team as a freshman.
I feel like my roles are definitely to be like a scorer and attack the lane and to rebound mostly.
And give us an idea of what position you play and what that entails.
I feel like I'm like a power forward. Sometimes I can shoot the ball from the outside, but I tend to drive the lane most of the time.
What has been maybe the biggest challenge going from playing junior high basketball to now starting at the varsity level? What's maybe been the biggest challenge?
Definitely like how much older and more knowledge that the other players have than I do, and their like size and height and stuff.
What do you do to kind of get prepared for a game?
I just tell myself that it's a basketball game and I'm used to playing it, and that it's not much different than any other game I would play.
That first time that you were announced as a starter in a game, what were the thoughts going through your mind? Were you nervous?
I was a little nervous because like I was a freshman playing all the way up on varsity, but after going in and just playing, it all seemed to go away.
More nervous that first game or right now in the interview?
Right now, I'd say.
Very good. Well, what do you do, Abby? What do you do in the off season for basketball?
I'm actually on a travel team, Southeast Dynasty, so I tend to play like all throughout the year.
Well, outstanding. Well, Abby, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being part of the Athletes of the Week segment.
Thank you.
Coach, you've got 5 games left? 4 of them are on the road. What are you doing to kind of get prepared here as you still have an opportunity to maybe get a share of the conference championship?
Yeah, we've got one more game, or this week we've got one more game, and this will be the varsity's third game in 4 days. So we're going to try to play hard tonight and then maybe take a break over Friday and the rest of the weekend, because I know I am exhausted and I'm not playing the game. So I know that the girls are tired as well. And then we would play Hillsboro for hopefully if we can win a split of the conference championship next Thursday. So we're really going to try and get ready and focus on that game. And then after that, we've got one more week of the regular season, and where we will play St. John High School and then Windsor High School, another conference game. So those are 2 really big games for us, because we will probably see St. John once district starts. So there's a chance that we'll probably play them 2 times in about a week and a half. So really this week we have not had a lot of practice time. So I'm looking forward to next week where we just have 2 games and we can get back in the gym and kind of fine tune some things.
Very good. Coach, again, as always, appreciate that. Well, first off, before we let you go, your Class 4 District 2 tournament, number 1, when do you seed that and where will that be hosted?
We seed it on Tuesday, February 20th, and the host is Park Hills Central.
And how far of a drive is that for you guys?
It's about an hour and 10 minutes for us. So it's not too far. Obviously, they're ranked like 4th or 5th in state. So it'll be tough going up there. I hope we get a shot at them. They'll be on the different side of the bracket more than likely. So I hope that we can reach the championship game to where we can see them.
Very good. Well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you and the young ladies being generous with your time. Again, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being recognized as Athletes of the Week.
All right. Thank you. And thanks again for having us.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.
Imagine a bank that goes where you go, creating seamless solutions for every step in your financial journey, allowing you to manage your money the way you want to, with a banking relationship that makes every day extraordinary. Imagine a world full of possibilities, always within reach. Central Bank. We do banking better.
The Walnut Street Inn is located in the heart of Springfield on historic Walnut Street, just blocks away from the Missouri State campus, Hammons Field, Great Southern Arena, and downtown Springfield. The Walnut Street Inn features newly remodeled rooms, breakfast served daily, and a friendly, accommodating staff. The Walnut Street Inn is also a great venue for private events. Book your stay or get more information at walnutstreetinn.com or call 417-864-6346.